The three little Nile perch came out of behind the divider. They were right there because when they were here, when they had been here, and I put this two Dorado in there, they started hunting them, even though they couldn't swallow them, but they were beat up, and I was afraid they're gonna go for it. I was sure they're gonna go for it. So that's why they went behind the divider with that bigger Dorado that they did not consider a prey. But now that this other two Dorado have grown quite a bit, I put them back in their section this morning, and they've been doing much better here. A lot more. I mean, they squabble between themselves. They're aggressive fish. I mean, assertive fish. They squabble between themselves, charge and with open mouth and bite. And they also, this Dorado was trying to dominate them, and they were answering back, even though their fins have been tethered from each other and from the Dorado. But they were holding their own for sure. I just gave them some mullet pieces. It's the second meal of the day. So they look much better here, they're happier. My only concern is that they don't go after the 4 tigrinus catfish. But they're a little too big for them, or significantly too big for them. The tigs are. There's one little one there, another little one over there, one there, and one behind the divider. This is not a divider, I mean this is partial divider, behind the egg crate. This guy just got a nice little piece. Okay, the arowana are growing as well. But anyhow, this is about the Nile perch. They're so used to me throwing their food in, so they're waiting for me to do this. But they're gonna have to learn on their own and pick it up from the bottom, or I just throw a bunch in there, and they have to manage it for themselves. Unfortunately, this pretty pattern is going to disappear, and they're going to go turn into drab monsters, hopefully. As I said before, I believe that prior to, one of them died from thiaminase, vitamin B1 lack, or deficit rather, and the other who had to kill about 2 weeks later by the order of the government, because we didn't have a license back then. Now we do. This fish require a license to have in Florida. All the lates perches require a license, and we do have one now. So we're totally legal in that regard. Okay, so that's a little update on the Niles. I forgot to say that behind the divider there is also Asian red-tailed catfish, which is also a butthole. He would take off from his lair, from his hideout at lightning speed, and attack either Dorado or the Nile perch very quickly, and then very quickly retreat before they can answer back, I think. But he's also a handful, and the Niles were able to handle him just fine, him and Dorado. But their fins definitely tethered. You can probably see it in this video as well. Not badly, but the edges are tethered, and there's little bits and pieces missing in some of the fins.